August has been a pretty decent month so far, and it's brought many good-looking games on mobile and some coming out later on in the month. You will want to pre-register as soon as possible. We've been keeping track of the good ones, and here's over 20 for you to dive into and keep on your calendar today. So first of all, number one, it is the most well-received survival shooter of 2025, the famous game Once Human, although this one is RaidZone. See, RaidZone just dropped on PC and Android, and if you're into hardcore PvP with a twist, this one's definitely worth checking out. It's like Rust meets supernatural mayhem, building bases, scavenging loot, and battling out against other players and mobs alike. What sets RaidZone here apart is those deviations, superpowers that can totally flip the fights, like tracking enemies or dropping devastating area attacks. NetEase is clearly leading into PC first, but Android players get a slice of the action as well. If you've been craving a gritty tactical survival game with some fantasy flair, RaidZone's got that vibe locked down for sure. It's a big game though, about 22 gigabytes in size. Moving on to number 2, it is Lord 9, Infinite Class. It just went global, hitting 9 Asian countries with a seriously deep MMORPG experience. In fact, the story here is the Infinite Class system, letting you mix and match over 60 different classes and 50 abilities to craft your own unique combat style. Talk about freedom. The cross-platform play means your grind flows seamlessly between PC and mobile, no matter where you're at. The game's already a beast in Korea and Taiwan, with over 4 million players topping RPG charts and snagging awards. Plus, a global marketplace lets you trade across regions, adding fresh layers to the economy. With big launch events and Peach, Pakara, and fresh content, the hype is definitely real. Kaiju number 8, the game is finally dropping. It has dropped yesterday. And I gotta say, the hype is super real for fans of manga and the anime. This game is not just a straight up retelling, it's got fresh storylines with new characters, giving it its own vibe beyond the original. Over 1 million players have already pre-registered, chasing exclusive 4 and 5-star characters as well. So yeah, some are a bit wary after the company's past with Tribe 9, but this looks really promising. If you're into giant monster action, new twists on the Kaiju universe, this one's gotta be on the radar. Farlight 84 just made a bold comeback with a full-on mobile relaunch today. Now, to begin with, this isn't just a facelift, it's a ground-up overhaul with slick new first-person gameplay, better visuals of course, and a seriously fresh UI and animation revamped as well. If you love the original 2023 release, the core fast-paced shooter vibe is still here, including those tactical hero abilities and dynamic movements, but now with even deeper customization, fresh battlegrounds, new gadgets to mess around with. So whether you are a returning vet or a newbie, Farlight 84's relaunch packs enough punch to grab your attention and reload your hype meter.
Sometimes the wing's right in front of you, but still, it slips away.
Coming up at number 5, it is Mikarashi. This is that Mick tactical turn-based game where strategy really means business. You're customizing every part of your giant robot, from legs to weapons, and every piece matters because when parts are blasted, your Mick's performance tanks. So it's not just shooting stuff, it's about targeting the weak spots and flipping the battlefield in your favor. The visuals are crazy detailed for a mobile game, making a whole war-torn world feel super alive. Plus, the story's got real weight as you lead mercenaries through these political drama and intense battles. Its tactical depth wrapped in some sleek Mick armor, a must-try for turn-based fans in the Gundam universe, in a way. Rust Mobile just dropped a slick new trailer ahead of its Gamescom reveal, and it's just packing all the tense survival action the PC version is known for. You're still gonna be dealing with the raiders, the base building, the crafting, and that gut-wrenching paranoia of getting betrayed by friends. And the best part is, it's been fine-tuned for mobile with some touch-friendly controls that keeps the intensity without slowing it down. The game keeps the core open world chaos intact, complete with weather changes and day and night cycles that amp up the challenge. Yeah, if you're hitting Gamescom from August 20 to 24, don't miss the chance to try the demo and dive into the madness firsthand. We're gonna skip the trailer. This will definitely be the #1 game in our next list.
This is no time for a royal nap.
Then it shall be so. Lady Sakuna will go hunt. We'll stay here and plant the...
Moving on to number 7, it is Sakuna, which is finally landing on mobile with the mobile edition, whatever that is in Japanese. Anyway, honestly, it's a big deal for fans of the original. Just look at that mix of chilled rice farming and fast-paced side-scrolling combat, and the rice isn't just decoration, it actually powers up your skills in battle, which is pretty unique. Plus, there's a fresh face called Hinuka joining the adventure, promising new story vibes and new gameplay twists. If you love the blend of myth, farming, and action of the Rise and Ruin, this mobile follow-up looks like it's set to deliver that same magic right in your pocket. Keep it on your radar.
They do not want us down there.
We've actually mentioned Subnautica before. Subnautica hit mobile, it's actually the full game. You crash on an alien ocean planet and everything just wants to pretty much just devour you. It's a survival sandbox game, but underwater, and it's way more chill than it sounds, until it's really not. You're gathering materials, crafting subs, building underwater bases, and diving into the deep to figure out what went wrong in the first place that you crash landed here. The gameplay itself is, the controls are pretty touch-friendly. Visuals are pretty solid for a mobile game, and it actually runs very well if your device can handle it. There's a full story if you want, but you can also just explore and vibe. It is not a free game. It takes you about $9. It's a steal, if you ask me, if you're into survival with serious atmosphere. Just watch your oxygen. Truck Simulator Big Rigs, on the other hand, is another game that actually nails that classic American trucking vibe with an open world that feels huge and detailed. Like, you're not just driving, you're building an empire, buying garages, upgrading engines, and hauling cargo on everything from single trailers to these monstrous triples. The physics feel quite real, so that cargo weight actually matters on those winding mountain roads or huge city streets. The day and night cycle, the weather changes, and even walking around your cab adds layers of immersion. So it's not just flashy. If you've ever wanted to experience long-haul trucking with all the gritty detail, this one's definitely got you covered. Ninja Party at number 10 is like if Fall Guys meets Shadow Fight, but with wall running, frying pans, and full send ninja fights. It's actually from the minds behind Victor, and the game itself throws you into these 12-player brawls where you sprint, slash, and style your way all the way to the top. You parkour on the roofs, whack others with whatever you find, and respawn instantly when you get clapped. No waiting around. It's that kind of game. It's part Battle Royale, part Brawler, and just all gas, no brakes. You can squad up with friends, flex different skins, and upgrade your gear as you rise through the ranks. It's quite dumb fun in the best way, honestly. It hits way harder than it should.
Don't you wonder about your place? Whether the scales tip in your favor or...
Coming up at number 11, we've got Hunt and Hook Frontier, which just dropped on iOS and Android, serving up a wild mix of arcade-style hunting and fishing action. So whether you're stalking deer in the forest or reeling in a swordfish in the open seas, it's got that satisfying outdoorsy vibe without ever leaving the couch. It's not about realism hardcore fans crave though, but it packs plenty of animals, gears, and customization to keep things pretty fresh. The gameplay stays tight, focused, no massive open world here, which actually works in its favor on mobile, but overall, if you want a quick, fun hunt without the real-world hassle, this one's worth checking out. Give it a go. Up next at number 12, it is Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Just finally landed on mobile, and it's bringing its signature brand of ridiculous, strategy mayhem with it. You will be pitting everything from Roman legionnaires to Apache warriors, dragons, and even these woolly mammoths against each other in these absurd physics-based battles. You can play through the campaign mode, mess around in sandbox, or just jump into multiplayer for whatever showdown you desire. In fact, years of updates means the mobile players are getting the full polished experience, the warriors, the crazy matchups, and the endless who would win scenarios included. Greek Memories of Azur just landed on iOS and Android, and I gotta say, it's like everything you didn't know you needed. First of all, this isn't just your typical platformer, it's a pretty stunning hand-drawn masterpiece, where you control these 3 siblings, each with their own different abilities, switching seamlessly to solve puzzles and take down whatever enemies and bosses that come along the way. The story is pretty deep, it's emotional, as you guide the last hope of the magical Kyrian race through the shattered world on the brink of darkness. It's got gorgeous art, tight controls, and a heartfelt storytelling. Greek is a rare mobile gem that feels like a full-on console experience, right in your pocket. If you love clever gameplay and epic adventure, don't sleep on this one. It's a pay game though, about $5. Pudgy Party, which we mentioned last week, as a battle royale game, it's quite a bit inspired by the Fall Guys, except it's packed with penguins. The same wacky obstacles that the Fall Guys has, and just non-stop winter type of fun. Like up to 20 players stumble through these icy maps, racing, dodging, and surviving. These ridiculous challenges to be the last one waddling, and you can even customize your characters with these hilarious costumes, serving from scarves to hot dog suits, and you can dive into different modes every different season. And yeah, whether you're playing solo or with a couple of friends, every match in this game feels a pretty fresh dose of something new. It's fast, it's fun, and full of slippery mayhem, and the cutest knockout game on ice. Number 15, we've got Haikyuu, Fly High. I'm not sure if we have mentioned this one before, but it's a volleyball game which actually cranks the hype to anime levels. You're building a squad from almost 50 different characters, each ready to bring their own style to the court. Matches are pretty fast, flashy, and all packed with over-the-top action, and the visuals are pretty spot on for an anime action game. You can automate plays or just jump in full control when it's clutch time. It's part sports game, part RPG, all wrapped in pure Haikyuu passion. And yeah, it's way too easy to lose hours chasing the next win. Paint Brawl, Color of War, on the other hand, is like the perfect mix of paintball and chaos you didn't know you needed. It's 4v4 real-time PvP madness, where your goal is pretty simple. You gotta cover more ground and paint than the other team. But it's not just about spraying everywhere. You gotta move fast, work with your squad, and dodge getting knocked out, or you lose precious time. The arsenal is pretty wild, from paint pocket launchers to these speedy sprayers, and you can customize your crew to fit your vibe. On top of that, daily missions keep the grind fresh, making sure you're always leveling up and ready to splash hard. Number 17, it is Elysia, the Astral Fall. I think it's another game from Lilith Games, AFK Arena. It's the same universe like AFK Journey, but it's also set in a decently massive universe. You're leading a squad of heroes across 6 unique regions, chasing secrets, playing monsters, and pulling together the perfect team to save Solaria. The battles are real time, wide open. You're swapping heroes, chaining skills, and landing those clutch ultimates to flip the fight. And it's got 7 elemental factions, multiple roles, and hundreds of combos. It's pure strategy meets adventure. Even offline, your squad's grinding loot for you. Big world, big fights, and endless ways to play. Listen guys, North War Island Defense 3D drops you in a post-Ragnarok world where you are the commander chosen by Thor's fierce daughter, Thrud. Your mission here in this game is to build and train these elite Viking heroes. You gotta gear them up and deploy your forces using these sharp real-time tactics to fend off different waves of enemies. In fact, this game nails a vertical RTS style that's pretty simple to start, but tough to master. It's got simple one-tap controls and dynamic skill chasing. It's got over 15 different heroes, 60 handcrafted island levels, epic boss battles, and a pretty slick art as well. North War mixes deep strategy with non-stop action. Give it a go. Up next at number 19, it is a Crusader with a Q, which is, here's the thing, it's a pretty clever little dungeon crawler that flips the script by turning every QR code you can scan into a fresh level to conquer. Like, it's a super creative way to get practically infinite content, making real life part of your game world. The graphics aren't really next-gen flashy, I mean, speaking of the list, but the charming characters and the colorful dungeons that you get playing the game really do make up for it. It's pretty simple to pick up with leaderboard challenges and loot drops. There's some solid depth for dungeon fans. Honestly, if it's like a cool blend of action RPG and classic RPG vibes, that's worth a spin if you're into something fresh and different. Why not? And last but not least, at number 20, it is Fate War, which actually steps into the crowded mobile strategy scene with this fresh twist, which we didn't really think we needed. And here's the thing, you're this exiled leader stuck on a remote island. You're tasked with building a village from scratch. But it's not just about stacking buildings. This game throws in a full day and night cycle and shifting climates that actually affect how fast your settlement grows, which adds some real depth. Plus, there's a cool roguelike vibe, letting you risk it all and learn from failure. Finally, a challenge that really respects your hustle. It's fair play to focus on customization over pay to win, making it a solid pick for strategy fans. Thanks for watching, really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you soon.